So I just bought a new set of AirPod Pros and they're a little off. Okay, maybe they're not AirPod Pros, they're wireless earbuds and they are definitely knockoffs. But can we even tell the difference? Now that you've seen both side by side, pause the video, take a moment, go to the comments, and let me know which set you think were the real ones. Now, the listing on Amazon got taken down just a couple days after I purchased these. Go figure. I was gonna link it down below, now I can't, but they ran only $30, and I just had to see how good they were or if they even held up. Now, surprisingly, they aren't terrible. But there is a few small issues and a few very obvious ones that set these apart from a real set of AirPods. For example, the lid has a little bit of wobble to it when you open and close, which the regular AirPod Pros don't have. That shows that their quality control is worse, which is to be expected, but because of that, it's almost immediately obvious that there's something up about these. Plus, these fake AirPod Pros pair through any Bluetooth device the same way you normally would, not the magic way that Apple does, where it just kind of pops up on your phone or MacBook asking you to connect them. Now, that's not completely unexpected, but there are some good fakes that do actually pair this way. And the issue is I kind of didn't know what quality the fakes I was getting were. Now, I was only spending 30 bucks. I didn't expect near exact AirPod Pros that were fake with less sound quality, but I didn't know what level there was. You know, there's obvious frauds. These are pretty close. These are basically real AirPod Pros, but weren't sold by Apple. There's several different levels it could be, and these are going to be probably near the bottom, but they're kind of cool to experiment with. And what about the sound quality? Well, it's okay. There's nothing immediately like inherently unusable about these. The sound quality is better than I expected, but still not great. Now, I'm no audiophile, so forgive me if I misuse these terms or if I sound stupid, but the best way to describe it is that the sound was thin. It just doesn't like fill my ears, I guess. Like when I wear my regular AirPods or headphones or any earbuds really, most of the time it feels like my head is full of sound, and with these it really didn't. Like almost like the sound was just coming from the middle. You know, with a good like Bluetooth speaker you would say it filled the room, but if my head is the room, these did not fill it. With that being said, it was relatively clear and I could pick out like a fair bit of detail in the music. It didn't sound like mushy or muddy or cloudy, or I don't know how to explain it other than it wasn't like muffled really. Now, these do actually charge through the charging case, which is to be expected, but with fakes, you never know. One thing I do think is cool is that the case does actually charge via lightning cable. I thought it was like a proprietary port that just happened to look like lightning at first, but no, it's an actual lightning cable, which I do think was pretty cool. It's a nice added touch. Now, one large difference that does make them stand out from the AirPod Pros is the way the AirPods click into the case. With real AirPod Pros, they almost click perfectly into place every time. It's almost hard to put them in the case incorrectly. But with these, it seems like the magnets in them are maybe not as strong. It doesn't pull the AirPods down straight in there the same way the actual AirPod Pros do. Sometimes I would put the AirPods into the case and they wouldn't fall as intended, so I'd have to like reach in and twist them to make them go down in there, and that's just not something I have to do with my actual AirPod Pros. So I guess you might be asking, do I recommend these? And the answer is probably not. Sometimes there are good fakes out there that perform fairly well, but the issue is a lot of times when you're buying these, you don't actually know what you're getting until you get them. So it's hard to recommend going this route because you don't know if you're going to get them on bottom tier or top tier. Now, I would say maybe if you had like a younger kid who wanted a set of AirPod Pros, like we're talking like 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, somebody who probably isn't going to be able to tell the difference between really high quality sound and the low quality sound, and it's probably really likely to lose them. This could be a good option for them because it looks, feels, and as far as they know, acts like real AirPod Pros, it would probably make them really happy without spending $200 on a set of AirPods that are probably going to get lost. With that being said, if you were considering something like this to save a buck, I wouldn't go that route, but here are some earbuds kind of more on the budget side of things that I actually highly recommend that you could go with instead. The JBL Tune 235NC wireless earbuds are actually a great option if you're looking for a set of earbuds that give you access to noise cancellation. That's actually a feature that's really hard to find under $100, but these offer it. They do MSRP for about $100, but you can often find them on sale for around $60. They've got about 40 hours of battery life between the earbuds and the case, which isn't bad, and the noise cancellation, as far as the reviews go, is pretty good. Everybody knows JBL is fairly quality when it comes to audio and the way that they sound. Will these $60 earbuds sound as good as a $200 or $300 pair? Probably not, but they will still sound pretty good, and you get a lot of features for only $60. That's a pretty good bang for your buck. But what if you wanted to go even cheaper? What if you wanted to go further into budget territory, but still sound okay? JLabs is probably one of my favorite brands when it comes to budget earbuds. I recommend these all the time to people, and I really love that their charging case comes with the USB charging cable built in, so you never have to worry about not having it with you when they die or losing the cable and not being able to charge them. But speaking of charging them, you don't actually have to do that often. A lot of the JLabs earbuds have like really long battery lives. I'm talking double most earbuds. In particular, I recommend the JLab Go Air Pops. They're very small, only $25. You get 32 hours of battery life, and that's on the low end of what a JLabs earbud would offer. The sound, in my opinion, is pretty good as well for only $25. The way I like to describe it is somebody who's never really had like a nice pair of earbuds, like maybe they've always just used like the old school Apple EarPods that used to come with the phones. They're probably going to think this sound is great and a huge upgrade. But if you're used to higher quality sound and you've used higher end earbuds in the past, you're probably going to notice the difference. But yeah, I think these are a great set of truly wireless earbuds. I had a set very similar to this a few years ago. It was the first set of wireless earbuds I ever had, and I recommend them to a lot of people who have never used wireless earbuds to be their first as well, because they're not so expensive that you're gonna break the bank to try them, but they're not so cheap that you're just gonna hate them. So it's a good way to test the waters before you ever buy or invest in the higher end earbuds. I used these for a few months before I got my AirPod Pros, just to make sure that I liked them and I would actually use them rather than wired earbuds. Lastly, I really like Sony's WF-C700N earbuds. They're more expensive than some others that we've talked about in this video, but they're still kind of on the budget end of things. These are the ones I would recommend if you're not looking to spend $200-300 but still want a really good pair of earbuds. And on top of that, we all know Sony is great in regards to audio. They make some of the best earbuds and headphones on the market right now. The C700s are no different. For $120 or often on sale $99, you get IPX4 sweat and water resistance, noise cancellation, and a 15-hour battery life. Now, these do of course have a lower battery life than some of the other earbuds on the list, but you will often notice this on higher end earbuds. I think it has to do with the sound processing and the sound drivers just taking more power. But that does kind of tell you that they're going to have better, higher quality sound. And I do believe they're worth the price. Personally, I would rather have less battery life if I had better sound. But really, I just want to know what you guys think. Which on this list would you pick up? Are you looking for a set of fake AirPod Pros, or do you think they're just really interesting? I kind of like playing around with them because they are interesting to mess around with, but I need something a little bit better day to day. What about you guys? What earbuds do you use? Are there any on this list that you like or would recommend? Let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, we're getting really close to 200 subscribers. We're sitting at about 125 at the filming of this video, and we want to get to 300 by the end of the year. So if you enjoyed this, I post every other Friday, and I would love for you to see every single one of those videos. So subscribe so you don't miss any of them. Anyways, thank you guys very kindly for watching. My name is Grayson, and this has been Tech with Me.